So I thought we'll have a chat today. What are we talking about? That thing that you keep saying you're going to do or you wish you could do, but you haven't done it yet. I want to know why you haven't done it yet. Why haven't you done it yet? Think about it. What is holding you back? What are you afraid of? Why are you afraid? What is the worst that can happen? I don't want to sound sad, but even if the worst thing is that you die, you'll be dead. It won't matter. But that's not even going to happen. Something you might consider the worst thing is you will fail. But failing is not a bad thing. Failing is an opportunity for you to learn. When did you stop wanting to learn? When did you stop wanting to grow, wanting to be better? That is what failing brings, an opportunity to be better, an opportunity to learn and get things right. So really, what is stopping you from doing that thing that you need to do? You need to do now, you need to do tomorrow. What is making you postpone it to later in the future? What can be done today or tomorrow? I'll give you an example again. I like to give personal examples so that you can see how we can bring it back to home and it can be more relatable. I'm currently doing my CIPMs, which is the Chartered Institute of Personnel Management exam, which is somewhat HR focused. I had my baby in 2017, and because of that, I had to miss my exams in August because I had my baby in September and I wasn't around to sit for the August exam. So by February, which was the next time I would take the exam, he was barely 5 months. So I also I hadn't really stabilized myself. I hadn't gotten a nanny. There was really no one taking care of him, so I didn't really have time to study for my exams. So the next time I could take it again was August 2018, which was a few months ago. Now, initially, I started studying for the exam when I felt like things were a bit stable. But then things got rocky. The nanny left, and then, getting into a suitable crèche so that at least I can continue to work and take care of the house and all these necessary things I needed to do. So because of that, I actually halted on my studying, thinking, okay, 2019, I'll get this over and done with. Now, literally 3 weeks to the exam, I thought about it and I was like, what's the worst thing that would happen if I do this exam? The worst that will happen is I might not pass and I'll have to redo the exam. So there's a 50-50. I either pass it and then I get to do the last stage because I was in the second to last stage, or I don't pass it and I get to redo it, which is exactly what's going to happen if I don't even do the exam right now anyways. Now, I decided to go ahead and do this exam. 3 weeks to the exam, 5 papers to write. So I pretty much did a crash course for myself. Studying, taking care of my baby, taking care of my family, taking care of my business and my clients, and did all of this, squeezed it all in 3 weeks and sat for an exam. And guess what? Take a look at my results. Yes, so I passed. I wouldn't say I was shocked per se, but I was excited and I was so much shocked. I wasn't expecting to fail, but I knew that I was not 100% prepared. But really, I thought about it, what's the worst that could happen? But let me add that one of the reasons why I was a bit confident to go ahead and do this exam was because one thing I do before writing exams, which I learned from college, is practice tests. So before you actually start studying the material for an exam you want to do, you do a practice of a past question just to see how much you naturally know, or how you can think critically and logically when choosing answers or choosing the right answers. And when I did that, I pretty much scored average and above average in all my practice tests. It was none that I was below average and I was like, okay, I don't know this material at all, I know nothing about it. So with that at the back of my mind, that okay, Titi, You are smart to an extent when it comes to these materials. That was one of the things that pushed me to go ahead and sit for the exam. I was courageous enough to go ahead and take the exam, even though I knew I didn't have adequate time to prepare to my full capacity. I'll still have the books, I'll still study, I'll still get better, business will still continue. But instead of pushing this to another year and then something else turns up and I have to push again, I went ahead and I did this exam. Fortunately for me, I passed it. So what I'm trying to say here is, if there's something that you're a bit scared and worried about, but you have the confidence that if you are able to do it, you will do it right, go for it. So my question is, what is stopping you from doing that thing which you said you would do? That thing that you know if you put your heart and your mind to, you will succeed. Even if it's not the first time, but at least eventually you'll succeed. What is stopping you from getting it done today? Why are you postponing it till further in the future? What can be done today? Why? Let me make you laugh for a second. There's now a ban on spraying money at weddings. Were you planning on getting married a while back, but you kept pushing and pushing and pushing it? You see now that you cannot spray at your wedding? You see? That doesn't mean you can't still receive monetary gift, but we know that some people, when they spray, it's because they want to show off. But you see now that extra showing off money that you could have gotten, you are not getting it again. But jokes aside, go ahead, go for it. We're learning every day, we're improving every day. If it's something you know in your heart that you can do well in, even if you fail the first time, even if you fail the second time, those are opportunities for you to learn to be better and grow. Go for it. Put your effort into it. Try it. Better to try it now and fail than to try it years later and then there is no coming back from it. Go for it. You can do it. I believe you can. If I can do it, you can do it too. Go for it. Go for it. Go for it. All right, take care. Bye-bye.